I'm Qubert, and I've got all the right moves. I've got the legs, too. First an arcade game, now my own home video game. I'm ready for anything. When they said fame would go to my head, they weren't kidding.
Now for all popular systems.
Not easy being Qubert, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
No,
I'm not buying it.
I don't buy
Cubert's
it.
not having any fun.
No, he's just swearing. Just swears.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
He's always cussing.
He's always
so
pissed.
angry.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Play Retro. This is a show all about retro video games, and I am one of your hosts, Scott Johnson, and I would swear... What? And I would swear, too... sorry. And I would swear, too, if a load of spring snakes kept knocking me off this pyramid of blocks. Also, my face is a penis. And that also makes me swear. That didn't go well.
I always worry about that when you use the word "to" it to mean as well.
Yeah.
It's always a risk.
Screwed it up.
It's always a risk.
Yeah.
Yes, you did fine. You did fine. And I'm your other host, Brian Dunaway, and I'm going to screw it up worse. And I think this purple snake is really into my huge orange snout. And no worries. I will simply hop-bert my way to that swirly, floaty disc thingy and float away to my freedom. Wait, up is right up. Then what is down?
Yeah.
# exclamation mark.
This is why Qubert is actually problematic. His control system was at the get kind of bad.
Yeah.
You got used to it and you made it work and it became one of my favorite arcade games. And then later I have a version we'll talk about later that was easily my favorite home game. But it's not the one anyone's going to think of, at least.
Oh, really?
Well, I kind of mentioned it last week, so some people may remember what I said, but it's I got reasons.
My brain did.
I'll get into them.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, you don't remember anything from a week ago? Are you freaking kidding me? Who are we, geniuses? What do we look like?
Well, I can't wait to talk about Qubert because there's some things I didn't know about Qubert, and I thought I knew everything about that weird-looking orange snot burglar.
Well, I learned, here's all I knew about him coming into this, that he was one of my favorite arcade games.
Right.
That he
orange.
Swears when he loses. He's orange. He's fun to draw. I like drawing him. I put him in a few things before. It's a good time.
He's a lot of fun to draw.
Yeah. Super simple in some ways. In fact, here, video, you guys can see, it's just him. He's got a weird nozzle nose and...
Nozzle nose.
Yeah, old nozzle nose there. Look, I could just be him this whole show. Hello, I'm Qubert.
See, and you know how I feel about creatures with either no arms or, in this case, no arms and no hands.
Yeah, think Rayman, everybody. Okay.
Right. It's a little disturbing.
But these aren't separated, though, and so you're cooler. Aren't you cooler with that? It's not that they don't have arms. It's just that they have hands that run independently from the body. You don't like that.
I would rather have no hands because, I've seen chickens. It's fine. So, but
yes,
when they're like floating, right? When the things are just floating out there, that's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Well, we're going to talk about all that in a minute, but I wanted to make a couple of mentions of some retro stuff before we get started. And mine is going to be a recommendation about a game that just came out and is doing gangbusters and is very cheap. It's under $10. Whoops, that's making sound I didn't mean to have happen. It is a game I streamed it the other day, so I'll actually show. This is me playing it the other day. There's another Survivors like, the Vampire Survivors games where you go around and kill mobs of creatures, and then those creatures drop XP bullets, and you pick those up, and not bullets, but whatever they are, balls, orbs, gems, whatever.
Orbs, but Nintendo just
sued me. I just got sued, probably. But anyway, you do that, you level up, you get more and more stuff, you become more and more powerful, you unlock other classes, that sort of thing. What makes this game different is it is set in a 3D world, and nobody's really done one of these before.
Right.
I shouldn't say that. There's plenty of 3D ones, but nobody's decided to give you full camera control like it's a PS1 platformer. And it looks like one. It's ugly as shit. Everything in it is ugly, and it's on purpose, right? This is what they're aiming for. Yeah. They're not looking for something, modern. Look at that pig boss coming at you.
This very moment right now reminds me of like Gauntlet, where you got like these ghosts that just are swarms of ghosts.
It's very Gauntlet-y. Although, I'd kind of argue the entirety of the subgenre known as the Survivors likes, they're very rooted in that, I think. I think there's more Gauntlet in those games than they would admit. But, these black ghosts are the worst. They swarm you so bad. Anyway, the point is you run around, you kill stuff, you do things, you got different characters, you unlock them, you have persistent upgrades that carry you through your next run. It's one of those games, but the reason I wanted to recommend it here on Play Retro is because they're going for an aesthetic that definitely says, hey, late 90s kids. How you feeling?
Yeah.
Come on in here and have some chaos.
wanted to
And
check on you.
it's a real good time. I really enjoyed it. It's $9, $10, something like that.
Oh, nice.
On sale,
Nice.
I think, right now. The guy's doing really well with it. It's like a single developer guy. It's called, I didn't tell you the name. The name is Mega Bonk.
But not like Bonk, like the character. This is called Mega Bonk.
Yeah, Mega Bonk, all one word. They didn't get sued by PC Engine for that.
Right, right. Good job.
But Mega Bonk is real fun. It's on Steam. I don't think it's anywhere else yet, but it's succeeding wildly, which makes me think you'll see this show up on probably Switch and consoles and stuff. If I had to guess. So just a quick recommendation there for you. That's Mega Bonk, available now on Steam, and it runs flawlessly on your your Steam Deck. And by your Steam Deck, I mean the royal everyone's Steam Deck.
Guess everyone has one.
Yeah. Or whoever has them, you're all going to be fine. Brian, what'd you get up to?
Right, you're going to be fine.
What'd you get up to this week?
So I got to kick off the Halloween season quite handsomely as I went to the thrift store and found this mint in box VHS of R.L. Stein's Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask.
Oh, my.
And I know. Okay, so yeah, it's a VHS. All right, so usually when I find my VHSs, they look like people had them in their collections forever, and they're yellow or they've faded, with whatever they've left it and goobered their hands on it and everything. Anyway, they're usually not in really good condition. This thing, I think they may have unwrapped it at the thrift store just to make sure everything was in there, because this thing was super clean. I don't think I've ever seen a VHS this clean. It's not like a value thing or anything. It's not like, oh, hot dog, now you got it. Now you got one of those really sought after VHSs, because no one does that except for me. Right. But it's never been played, and it had all of the goodies in it, including this, remember like the little 3D looking where you could, this is like a bookmark. So It's got those little ridges on it. So when you turn it a certain way, it's got different pictures and things on it. Mm-hmm. I was shocked to see that was in there. Love all the 20th Century Fox stuff. I can order. Hasn't even been opened. And I kind of want to open to see what's in here, but I kind of also want to leave it because I got some of these already.
Dang, dude.
But yeah, I like it. I'm pretty excited about watching this for the first time. Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask on my VHS. I'll probably throw that in my Sony DVD VCR player that hooks up through HDMI, and hook up one of my CRTs and enjoy myself some good Halloween spooky.
Yeah, spooky spook.
But a good way to start it off. It was a $3 whole dollars. I don't always spend $3 on VHSs at the thrift store,
but when you do,
when I do, it's like this.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
90s kids, I can feel them. I feel the heat from this interest.
Yeah,
they're
they're breathing. They're like breathing like in a Halloween mask.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Well, all right then. Let's get into our main topic today. I got a big question right up top, but we're going to start it with this.
Shall we play a game?
Brian, here's the question I'm going to start with. What is he saying right here?
Hello, I'm Bert.
He says hello, I think.
Hello, I am Qbert.
He
doesn't say anything.
Hello, I'm Bert.
I don't know what he's saying.
I don't think that. Okay, so David Thiel, who was the sound engineer, if you read anything about the history of Qbert, one of the things they talk about is they were planning on making it where he talked, and they could not get anything that sounded like words. And so
it was very early, man. This is a hard time to try to get, modulated voice work done. It wasn't working yet.
And so they couldn't get what they wanted. So they said, well, how about we just make it kind of alien speak? And that led to, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on what they call it when the comics use the characters for curse words. There's actually a term
there is a word
it,
for that, yeah.
And I am forgetting it. So
I'll look it up while you're y'all look it up
while you people yell at your radio. That's what they were trying to do. They thought it'd be clever. As a matter of fact, they went so far as Gottlieb even thought about and did name Qbert those character names, those symbols, and
Drawlix.
was going to send out. Grawlix, that's it.
Grawlix for those at home.
Yes.
Keeping track.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's the old comic strip trick that you would use. So there you go. So yeah, didn't mean anything. It was just some random stuff. And I think to me, that endeared it to me, and it filled in some of the story that I assumed that he was just an alien. Because what else is there? He's jumping these Aisher looking cubes, bringing three dimensionality essentially to our 2D world.
Kind of, yeah.
And so
in some ways, I think as a kid anyway, I was fooled into thinking this was the first 3D game I'd played.
I would have, I mean, back, if you had asked me a long time ago and said, was this a 3D game? I said, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's something about it.
It's cubed.
Yeah, it's the cubes. It's the visual trick of it, you know?
Yeah, yep.
Shadow where there is no shadow, light where there is no light, that kind of thing. And I put a lot of quarters into this, and there was mostly my parents' quarters, so they didn't love that. But they had one down at not the gas station, the bowling alley that we used to go to as a family all the time. And so this and the Mario, that would have been later though. What's the Mario? Just the one that's Mario Brothers, where you bonk on the pipes.
Right. Yeah.
The one that looks like our intro here. This
is called Mario Brothers, right? Because it's not called Super. I think that's when we start getting into the ones we think of.
This right here, this game here, except this is the GBA one.
I told you how long I've been awake, right?
Yeah, 5 minutes. But yeah, I don't know what it was. This one just drug me in. And to this day, I'm not even sure. Maybe it's the simplicity of it in terms of what you need to do. And then the game throws stuff at you to make your life harder. But it's surmountable. And I just always felt like I could do this. This is a game that I wasn't being tricked into playing longer and putting more quarters in because it's just cheating. The game felt like I could do what it's asking me to do.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's fair.
Is what Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, the other two big gorillas in the room during this arcade time. I think Qbert was like number 3, probably out of all these arcade machines, and same. I felt like it was fair because I always felt like I was making progress. You could get in and you could play. It started off slow, but it was still kind of exciting because whenever you start playing, you have to get acclimated. Even today, even playing Qbert this last week, there's no muscle memory with Qbert. I mean, like Pac-Man, I kind of can like remember patterns and stuff, and I can remember some patterns I need for jumping in some of the later levels for Qbert. But as far as remembering how to freaking control them, it's always a challenge.
Yeah. Always there for you to solve, and your skill level is all that mattered. So if you lost, it wasn't because the machine cheated or sent too many enemies towards you. I always appreciated that. And to this day, I like playing it because of those reasons. Now, here's the thing. You would think, like Pac-Man and like all these other games you mentioned, Qbert would have this long tail of like, look at all the modern takes on Qbert.
Yeah.
Every attempt has been kind of sad and bad. All right?
Yeah.
None of them are great. A couple of them are okay. In my mind, and here's my not controversial take, but here's the take people maybe don't expect. The best version of this I ever played that wasn't the arcade game was the Palm Pilot version of the game.
Right.
And part of that was, we talked about the control scheme. I'd forgotten just how wonky it is on a gamepad.
Right.
If you don't have the joystick, but even the joystick's kind of wonky. Like
and none of it makes sense. It's like if you play this on a MAME emulator, which is how you probably got to play it. Qbert is kind of hard to find in some ways, and kind of it's
every
not
once
just
in a while you'll
can
find old arcades maybe with one really beat up old one, but it's super rare, you know.
Yeah, and so when you're trying to map your key mappings, one of the hard things to do with MAME is you got to make sure that I think is up goes up and to the right. I think left goes up and to the left. Is I'm probably getting that wrong. But anyway, I always know it once I feel it. You can try to read what it says is going to happen, but until you actually do it, it's kind of like flying a plane. It doesn't make any sense. I never fly a plane, but I've done the simulation stuff. You know, when you push forward, it's like, if I'm pushing forward, why is it going the opposite direction? It's kind of the same thing with Qbert. It's like once you've mastered the hand-eye coordination of it, you don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
It just works.
Yeah, it just works. And it does tricky stuff. Look at this screen right here. They black out the sides of these blocks.
Yeah.
So now you're given this visual like, oh, wait, that was helpful to have that before. Now it's like 2D again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And super frustrating. And they do throw more at you. Like, as you notice, a lot more enemies are coming. They've got these little discs that you can hop on to get out of there with. Some of the enemies you can land on and eliminate them. Some of them, it doesn't matter how you hit them, they will kill you. And there are some that are like power ups that will like freeze everything for a while and let you get a bunch of squares. Also having to double squares.
Yeah.
Double the color, like bonk, 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 bonk. You know, like on the same thing over and over. Kind of sucks balls. Like it's it's hard.
It's very frustrating. You do realize there is a ceiling on just being good at Qbert, because it does get really. They get to a point where Qbert is basic is just when he lands on the top of a block, it turns the color, and then they iterate that on down the way into the point where you've got to jump on it twice sometimes, and also the enemies sometimes. Some of them are jumping on as well. I think, is it Ugg? No, it's not Ugg. It is Slick and Sam, which are hilarious enemies. So you got Coily the Snake, Ugg and Wrong Way, who are traveling almost like upside down, kind of like opposite of where you're at, and then sometimes you cross paths. And then there's Slick and Sam, and they're stupid because Slick is just Sam with sunglasses. But they'll jump on the cubes after you jump on them. They'll change them back to the color they were before. So you're cursing their names. You really are using the Grolix at that point.
Oh,
in
yeah.
your own head going, son of a stupid Slick and Sam.
I
jumping.
think part of the reason they used those is because they knew that players would be swearing in their heads when they lost. You know? But it's just, I just find it compelling and satisfying. I think it speaks to my desire in games to complete things.
Yes.
And in this case, it's, I need all these squares to be the color that is the goal color.
Yes.
And that's the goal. And now you do whatever you have to do to achieve that quote unquote quest. And it works in even modern games now. I'll be doing certain things in modern games going, this is like playing Qbert. They're different mechanics. Yeah. I'm not jumping up and down and trying to do all that, but I am trying to, like I was playing Shipbreaker last night. I love that game. I love getting in there once in a while. And there's certain things you just have to do every time. I have to burn these joints that connect the ships together, and I have to do them in a certain way, in a certain order.
Right.
And if I'm going to get anything done, I have to do it. Like, that's compelling for me as a gamer. Not everybody. Some people see this as tedious and terrible, but I think this game is responsible for some of that. You know, people.
What a bunch of jerks.
People are
They don't know what Qbert is. They didn't live in 1982? 1982.
82. I got, by the way, I just got a clip, or
yeah.
I should finish that sentence. I just got a text from my friend Lucas, who I've known since high school. He's listening in his car, and he just said, the original Qbert sound clip is saying, hello, I'm turned on.
Oh, okay.
So let's play it. Let's play it and see.
I do love the urban legends. Let's give it to us.
Let's see if it's real.
Hello, I'm turned on.
I'm turned on.
That sounds right. That sounds right, because you would turn the machine on.
Yeah, I think he's right. All right,
I think you're right.
We've learned
I'm going to believe it.
I was hoping it'd be like, hello, I'm Qbert, or hello, you're going to say shit a lot, or whatever. You know?
That might have been the closest they could get. I mean, I don't know if that's a legend or not, but I love it, and I'm going to keep it. So it doesn't matter.
Well, I asked him, I replied, I says, what's your source? So we'll see what he says.
What's your source, please?
Yeah, he hasn't answered,
very
so I don't know.
1982, you had if you were not alive in 1982, let me tell you about my friend Qbert and how he took over the scene, because, you know, Pac-Man is still around, like Scott said, you know, Donkey Kong, all that stuff still around. But Qbert, he was just as big on the scene, man. You would go someplace and there would be Qbert everything. There'd be Qbert pillows, plushies. There would be T-shirts. I mean, he was freaking everywhere. He was the Qbert, right? Like Scott's dragging in mind that our little orange dude. He was every freaking where. But there was no song. There wasn't Qbert Fever or whatever. You know, it wasn't none of that. But we just had.
Hold on to that album. Yeah. That album didn't even have a song for him, did they?
No, it didn't. But I did post, if you go down the notes, and I can post it in Discord if it's too difficult to find. But we did get a Saturday morning cartoon, just we had with Pac-Man. There was also the Qbert was part of a Saturday morning block that did have Donkey Kong and a couple other things. So it would have like 10-minute cartoons. I think it was ABC. And
Were the
people post that
Pac-Man ones part of that, or were they?
I
don't
think
remember.
Pac-Man had his own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it started
think
small
Pac-Man-
and then blew up and got bigger for them, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll play this intro. It's fun. Let's watch it. Here you go.
Take a cube from the cube. Hey, it's Qubert.
Oh, he's wearing a jacket. The hell's that about?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a girlfriend. Shit.
Yep.
Qubert.
Yeah, Qubert fans. Friends.
And Qubert, me and you. And Qubert.
Ah, the snake people.
Coily.
Qubert.
He's here.
But down in Qubert. Qubert, Qubert, you're my favorite.
Oh, he sweared.
Qubert, you're my favorite.
Oh wow. That brings
We were
me
really
back.
in the 70s and 80s. We were really in love with the 50s aesthetic. So they just wrapped Qubert in that, and he had to go against Coily, who was the the greaser, and Qubert was just the all-American. Had his athletic shirt on. I don't know why. Vinyl records were cubed, even though most everything else was not.
We were into that vibe. Well, I should say mostly the adults making children's content were into that vibe. So maybe we
Right.
were. I don't feel like I was as a kid, but we were exposed to it. In the same way that adults who grew up in the 80s are making content now, and you're seeing a lot of 80s influence and everything. So I never quite understood it back then. Now I get it. Enough time passes, you're like, oh, every generation does this.
This
Just
is
what you do,
man. Yeah.
The culture goes, spills uphill or however that goes. Is that a phrase? I don't know.
It absolutely is. And as well, I didn't know this. I meant to get you some little video clips of this, but there was a Mellow Yellow tie-in. So Qubert also had, just like Pac-Man had those, and Donkey Kong had those cut scenes between your stages and levels. We need to talk about the stages and levels too, by the way, in Qubert, because it is crazy how that stuff stacks up. But you would have in between, he would jump on a Mellow Yellow can.
Yeah.
Fully pixelated and rendered beautifully Mellow Yellow.
Here's an ad placard from it. Yep. Enjoy Mellow Yellow. Look at him. He's a little heavy on the body, and then the feet are a little screwed here. I don't know what's going on there, but
they're not quite right. And why he has hands, I don't know. But I guess he had in the cartoon, so I guess we should allow it.
That's great. We're talking about an era where product cross promotion hadn't really hit its stride yet, and so to see this. Oh, look at this. Hold on. I just found I found a real banger. Okay, so apparently 7-Eleven had some deal going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I would love to have that.
Yeah.
Is that straw? Is that a swirly straw in that thing?
What is that? That's weird.
Or is that just some 7-Up? I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I liked Mellow Yellow back then. They haven't had one in a very long time. Did they make Mellow Yellow?
They do.
Zero?
You can still do it. You can still do it.
Very good.
I don't have any idea if it's any good, though.
Right.
Oh, look at this. This is the new can. Well, in 2020, this is the new can. Hold on. I'll give it to you.
Can.
Why won't it come up?
Give it to me, X.
Hold on, guys. I'm working on it. It's not.
While you do
coming
that, I'll
up.
talk about the levels and the stages. I'm not sure which is which, but each stage has 4 levels. I think that's right. In Qubert, and that's how it's kind of themed out. You'll have the first stages only, or first levels in the stage 1 only. We only have to hit the tops once, and then later on you get more. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Look at
Mellow
that.
Yellow, my drink. I love that.
That's crazy looking.
Yeah, I like it though.
Compared to what it used to be. It used to be so psychedelic, and now it's like this hot newness.
It's like a freaking transformer.
I kind of like it.
I love it.
I kind of want to go get some. They have 0 on these?
They surely in the new ones they do.
Anyway, sorry. You continue down your road there. Oh, I got to delete these. Keep saying what you were saying.
But but I was like I said, it just has stages and levels. I didn't remember that at all. I just remembered it increasing the difficulty. And I could usually get past maybe the first 4 or 5 or so, and then I would inevitably die. I think I did get really good at one point in time, where I made it later, where you would get in a way that you would always have one in the corner that you can never freaking get to. I usually, by the way, I don't know if you have a system like in Pac-Man, you got different patterns you can run, but in Qubert, what I usually do is I go down the right-hand lane and I kind of like slice the pyramid in like slices. I go down, and then I go over one, and then I go up, and then I go down and up until I get through. And that doesn't always work. Sometimes Coily's in the way, but it breaks it up all the time. I notice that they do that a lot. They switch up the bad guys so you can't use the same pattern over and over again.
Yeah, they want you to they want you
smart.
to, they want you to mix it up. I do think it's smart. Because the one problem that Pac-Man had is if you really wanted to learn it, there was a pattern to every single level.
Yeah.
It would feel random sometimes, but that didn't mean it really was. So once you knew what the quirks were and when, Blinky would double back or whatever, you get good enough, you could just get to a kill screen in that game if you're good enough.
Yeah.
Whereas Qbert, the randomization came from the individual behavior of each of these sprites. And someone write in if I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure none of those were based on patterns. The coily guy would be, it depended on where you went, where he went. You know what I'm
it
saying?
seems like if there is a pattern there, it's beyond my simple brain to comprehend it. Except for like on the Atari 2600. I played that one a pretty good bit, and I remember at the time liking it. And just about every system, there was always a couple of arcade classics that I always look for ports for. That was, the Atari 2600. I always look for stuff there. I didn't look too much on the NES, but I definitely, whenever I got my Genesis and the PlayStation, had a lot of great arcade collections. But I got to say that the Dreamcast Qbert was my favorite.
Really?
Out of all the home ports. It's a little later on.
Yeah.
But it added some levels. It added some complexities to it. And it was true 3D. So, I mean, even though it was still just 2D looking in the camera angle, it was 3D cubes.
I did not know they even did a version on there.
Oh, it was good. I didn't care for the little cartoon stuff in between.
Yeah, the interstitials are stupid, but oh, you know what? I do remember this a little bit vaguely. I didn't play it, but I remember this being out. This was a thing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oof, those graphics aren't amazing though.
It was man. It was the early 2000s. What do you want from us? It was the best we could do.
We should have been a little further along. I don't know, maybe.
Right?
Yeah, you know what? I do remember this, and it had this multiplator component, didn't it? Where you could right here. Look at these guys all.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is that 4-player? I don't know. I never played with anybody else. It was always just me.
I can't remember. You know what? Good on them for trying something new at least.
Yeah, and I think that goes to what you were talking about with how some of these other characters had some success because they got out of, like, Pac-Man didn't stick with the maze games. He eventually broke out of maze games, started doing other things.
Side scrollers, party games. Now these days you're getting remakes of some of those 3D platformers they made on PS1 and PS2 and Pac-Man went places because they puzzle games. They experimented and I think he traveled better.
Right.
I get how this little jumping hose face kind of hard to transplant to other genres, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, why not expand on the story? I mean, he's got a nose with, obviously he's going to be shooting snots and boogers at it, right? I mean, you got some ranged attacks here. When they actually wanted to work that in, that was one of the some of the original game mechanics it was originally titled Snots and Boogers. That was their working title. And he was going to be shooting things out of his nose. And smartly they just went with the more simple puzzle solving, but they could have expanded later on. I mean, I would have played some Qbert where he was, doing a little bit of shooting, little run and gun.
Yeah, a little run and gun shooting. Do you know who he reminds me of, or who I always mix them up? I don't know why I mix them up because I don't think they're that mix-upable. But let's see if I can pull her out here. I always think of Birdo.
Oh yeah, Birdie. Nose. Yeah, because the nose. And guess what she does?
Blow stuff out of her nose at you.
It's got to be inspired by Qbert, right?
I mean, look at the nose.
It's got to be.
She was shooting whole eggs out of it. So I don't know if Qbert ever did anything as big as an egg out of his nose, but
we got to watch the whole cartoon to find out. I think the answer is in that. But there was something that I remember about Qbert making me very anxious because it had like a really loud knock, and I do remember this. But apparently Gottlieb did a lot of pinball games and a Qubert pinball game too. I don't think we had any footage of that, but there's a Qubert pinball game.
I didn't know that. Wow.
It's supposed to be okay. I've never played it before, but it's supposed to be okay. But they included the pinball knocker. You ever like won a free game in pinball?
Sure.
And it scares the crap out of you because that thing goes bap. It makes that loud knocker noise.
Yeah.
They had one in Qubert. So whenever you get so many points, you would get an extra life. And I think
Qubert's Quest, is that the right name? Same year, I think.
for the pinball. Yes,
yeah, here it is now. I found some video.
Gottlieb had been doing a lot of pinball up until this point. So.
Well, and that's what I think of them as a pinball company more than I do games.
Right.
I sometimes forget that Qubert was theirs because Gottlieb to me is just like, oh yeah, they do a lot of pinball shit. Mm-hmm. I never played this one though. Never saw it even. So,
I've never seen it, never played it. Would love to catch it.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I wonder if the Pinball Hall of Fame in Vegas has it. It's possible. Next time I'm down there, I'll check it out.
It would. I got to know if he says bad words.
He probably no. You just you bump it, or when you tilt, he goes.
Hello, I'm turned on.
I'm turned on.
Hello, I am turned on. I think that might be right. I'm going to believe it, regardless of whether or not it is truth or not. It's just too juicy.
It's a little dirty too. It's just a little dirty.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm turned on. Really? Okay, great.
Do you think that pinball has, you think Qubert shooting those balls out of his nose? You think that's?
I think that's possible. I'm trying to see here. There's a closer up version of it here. I mean, this was made the exact same year. So they were really pushing the Qubert, man. They were like, what if it was a pinball
I'm telling you,
machine
man,
and a
if you
video game?
didn't live through it, you have no idea. Qubert was huge.
Yeah.
Just as big as the rest.
Yeah, I think we forget, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, you can play this pinball machine on the pinball VPX platform. Yep. So
I gotta work out that stuff. I've started setting up all those tables and stuff, and it's a lot for me. I have to make Tonda do it.
yeah, Tonda could do it. Tonda Gosa, man, get him to do it. He's a good guy.
Pinball
He's in the chat now. Tonda, your job is clear.
Yep. Tonda, you heard.
Yeah.
Help me out.
But look, this is all right. This looks good.
Yeah,
I think they do a good job with these. These are really amazing.
Yeah. I'm always excited. I'm also jealous of, not to get on a Tonda rant, but Tonda's got this really cool, have you seen it? He's like a little pinball controller. It's just like a box, but it's so freaking shiny and looks beefy and stocky. I'll have to show it to you.
Tonda, share your pictures in the chat or something. Maybe you can. I don't know if you can.
Or share it on Discord, and I'll share it with Scott.
Yeah, I want to see
it. It's freaking awesome.
I want to see it. All right, get in there. Get that done. Anyways,
but I'm sure you've probably paid. Like I said, Qubert was on everything, ported everything. The Atari 2600. I played some. There was tons of clones. It's like Pac-Man. I played one from I think it was called Snake, and it was basically the same idea. It's you jump on boxes that are like Eicher boxes, and you just jump on them and you change the colors, and just tons of clones for those. Intellivision had a really good one. ColecoVision had a good one. NES had one.
Was not good.
That one.
It was poop.
Was not good.
It was just. It was flashy. You know how the NES flash thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of an issue.
Yep.
I'm gonna look real quick at the follow up. It was called Qubert's Qubes.
Yes, we thought, hey, you know what? We're going to get a 2 here. Get it pretty quick, too. The very next year, Gottlieb came out with this Qubert Qubes thing.
I feel like they did a dig dug a little here where it was like so different. I don't know. I guess it's fine. I played a little bit of this week. It's fine. It's not my favorite.
I played it too. Qubert. It's different because you're not in a pyramid anymore. You're jumping on, I think, the different shapes. But when I started, I didn't get too far. It's a diamond shape, and you got these cubes, and you jump between them. And based on the direction you jump in, you will flip the cube behind you in the opposite direction of the way you jump. So if you like trying to figure out how joysticks relate to your movement, it's a lot of fun, I suppose.
Good news.
Good news, but
good news for those players, but that ain't for me.
You're supposed to jump, I think, and get them in a row, like a connect. Connect them in like either all down the side, like a tic-tac-toe kind of thing, like all down one side, all down the other side.
And because your jumps affect the direction of things, you have to kind of do some math. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you where my head was at in 1983 or 84. No thanks to that.
No thanks, baby.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a neat way to handle your bad guys. If the bad guys were chasing you, which is one of the things you're always dealing with, Coily and the other guys are always chasing you in this game. And if you turn a cube over, it'll go transparent, and they can't jump on it anymore, and they'll just fall through the world. And that's how you got away, essentially.
Sure.
Yeah. But Cubes is some people like it. People like it.
If you're gonna play Qbert and that's your only option, I don't think it's that bad. It's all right.
Right.
I just think you're going to be sad that you didn't get the real one. But some of you may have hung around and said, "Well, what if I wait until the 16-bit era and buy a Super NES? Will there be a game on there?" Damn right there would be.
Yeah.
Qbert 3, which is funny because technically the Cube one wasn't really a numbered sequel, but Qbert 3 came on the Super NES, and I had this one, and I'm here to tell you I owned it, and I also played it here recently. I don't like this one. I don't know what my problem is, though, because in theory, what you're looking at here is Qbert, just with rearrangements and stuff, but I think it's the sprites. The sprite work looks like somebody has cut and pasted these off of GIFs they found on early versions of the web, you know?
Yeah,
like,
and
I can't explain
I don't
it.
care if I didn't play too much of it, but you're playing one of the stages or levels I played, and it's got a very busy background, and that's like the opposite of Qbert. Qbert is supposed to live in like a void, right?
Yeah.
And so
Great way
I
of putting
appreciate
that.
they tried something different, but it was really just distracting because I'm already trying to figure out where the bad guys are, what cubes I got to jump on. I don't need your very busy background to just annoy me.
Who was it?
Just what it
GeoCities?
kinda did.
GeoCities is the original crappy web thing. You can make your own websites.
Oh yeah, GeoCities.
This looked like a game made from the GeoCities tool set to me. And I don't.
And
It's
if this
not
is
a
your
compliment.
favorite one, if this is your favorite one, that's fine. It's no problem. Maybe this is the Qbert you knew and the Qbert you loved, and it makes the noises you like, and it's it's still Qbert. He's jumping around.
Because some of these sprites have like white lines around them, like they were badly photoshopped out of something, and I don't know. It's just not. I don't feel like the care was taken here, right? And so here's the wild thing to me. They've done other attempts since then. It's wild to me that nobody has just said, "Hey, let's make a straight up version of Qbert with awesome isometric 3D assets."
Right.
It doesn't need to be big dynamic cameras. Just have it look like a beautiful modern rendition of what the original did and does. And do that. I would pay for that game. I'd buy that game today.
Yeah. And if it was, I mean, you could do like really cool transitions. Like you could have like the whole world could like spin around. You could finish one side and the world could go kind of like a Fez kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? This where you just rotate around and go to the next one. It's already got such a great rhythm to it. It really, he hops.
Yeah.
So you get this dunk, 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 and you get into this rhythm. And then even the breaks in between are rhythmic because you'll jump on a spinny disc and you'll get a chance to break for a second.
Yeah.
Because
I love that
chain
aspect.
together.
Yeah.
I know you chain together all these great jumps, but eventually you start getting fatigued and you get to hit the little the little spinning disc and it'll fly you away for just enough time to get your mind back into the space.
Back into the game. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a great way of putting it.
good.
Here's another example of too much background shit. Look at all that.
Yeah.
What are they doing? I mean, ugh.
I don't know. It's distracting.
That's what I'm saying. Like that right there, I wouldn't be able to play that for more than 20 minutes before going. My head hurts.
No.
Good night, everybody. Look at that.
I mean, I get it. I mean, we'd really loved like parallax scrolling, and we're not really doing that because he's all staying in one spot. And maybe they figured they needed to bring some kind of through. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's very weird. Very, very
It's weird, but it's good on you for trying to bring the Qbert. It's an LJN thing, right? Those guys are known to take some risk, and sometimes they have some success, and sometimes they have Qbert 3.
Brian, do you want to see a Qbert Funko Pop? They made one. Check this out.
Oh God, yeah, this is the worst.
I mean,
thing.
it's pretty heinous. I don't like it. It's not right.
Qbert doesn't have brow.
No.
He doesn't. Qbert doesn't have brow. Why did you give Qbert brow?
That's a weird thing they did. I
Yeah.
don't understand it. somebody
Right.
in charge needs to be sent down to the mailroom and start over. It's really lame. I don't like it. I mean, I would
Yeah, I
take
don't
one
like
if I
it.
had one, I guess, because it's the only one they were
Yeah.
going to make. But look what these go for. $64 on Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm not doing that.
Does he curse?
He better.
Like when you
He better curse, and he better actually get turned on by me. You know what I mean?
Hello,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very on.
I want him to be turned on
I am
24/7.
turned on.
It's really weird.
I love that.
Well, anyway, it's a great game with great history, great times. Fun stuff can still be had. Now, there is a fan project. You want to tell me about Mega Qbert? Because this sounds neat, but I'm always a little not wary. I'm a little scared of some projects. This actually seems pretty
Yeah.
cool, though. This seems great.
Yeah. So it's just huge. It's like Qbert, but really big. I was trying to think what did we do not that long ago where it was like, was it Joust? Because sometimes I think
Joust,
about
right.
Qbert and Joust. So you got like this infinite Joust area. And this is kind of the same thing. It's like
Tetris, too. They
what-
did a Tetris one. Remember that
Yeah.
World Tetris or whatever it was called? Yeah.
That's right. So it's like, hey, look, we've got your Qbert, and why don't we just make it bigger and give you some multiplayer action? And so Mega Qbert, it's the itch.io thing. If you look over there, and
Tempted to play that at all? You want to give that a shot?
I played just a little bit, but I didn't have enough time to get into it. I'll tell you what, those backgrounds, even though they've got like motion, they're muted enough because I think this is supposed to be based on the NES version, partly.
Maybe.
The Game Boy version, which I think is mostly related to the NES version,
Yeah.
was really cool because it's black and white.
Yeah.
And it scrolls, and you think that might be a problem, but the way they had it scroll, Nintendo really figured it out. And the Game Boy Color one, which adds the color back, I think it's the same thing, just adds color. It does the scrolling too, and it was really good. But this Mega Qbert,
Kind of tempted to
it-
check it out.
I played it for a little bit, and I liked it. I felt like I needed to give it more time. I like the little cutscenes.
Oh, I love this. This is great.
Yeah, they're like little sketched things.
Oh, it's one of these puzzle ones though, where you have to turn everything the right color. I don't.
I
It's
can't
not
even
my.
get through this cutscene.
It's not even my favorite. It's not my favorite Qbert thing, and that's in the original. And I love Qbert, so
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm complaining about. But it's something that I just wish it relied on less. It's like, let me just change it one time. I like the repetition. I'll admit it. I know there are going to be people that are like, Scott, that's not enough variety. People will get tired of it. I get it. Maybe I got ADHD and it's just not diagnosed. I don't know what's going on with me, but that's how it feels sometimes.
It's got that flow for me. It locks in. I like it.
Yeah.
We're probably both crazy.
Yeah, we're probably both insane.
Stupid Coily. Ruining my life.
I mean, he's always there. He's just a dick, you know? What are you going to do about Coily?
Why are you chasing me? I watched the cartoon. Freaking greaser.
Oh, speaking of which, today we were going to, if we had time this week, we were going to stay after and do a live stream of at least the first 2 episodes of the cartoon. I have to bail because my wife's getting home today. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold it a week and do them next week. All right.
We're going to have to, it's going to be really rough holding it for a whole week.
I know.
But I actually found someone posted the full cartoons, and that may mean something to some of you people. Sony had released the cartoons on DVD because I think they still own the rights to it.
Yeah.
And they released cut versions. They cut them down to 5 minutes. Now, look, I know there's some fluff in the Qbert cartoons, but cutting it down to half, no good. So I found some that were the full 10 and 11 minute long Qbert, so we don't have to miss anything. We can enjoy every lame ass line that was written for this cartoon.
Look, we forced ourselves to sit through that horrendous Bubsy cartoon. We can do it with these.
Yeah, we can do it with the Qbert.
That Bubsy episode, dude, still kind of stings, kind of hurts.
Yep,
a little
it
bit.
does hurt.
Anyway, watch for that coming soon. It's a great game, though. Great history, great legacy. There should have been more.
Thank you, Qberts.
Yeah, thanks,
So
Q.
much more.
Q and Bert.
Thanks, Qbert.
Now we
You know
play.
what Qbert stands? You know what Qbert is short for?
No, what?
Q is short for cube, and Bert is short for Herbert.
I love it. Really?
Yeah, and
He's
did you
Herbert
know
then.
that-
His name is Herbert, the little guy?
Yeah, and did you know that Herbert didn't? They didn't know anybody named Herbert. They just
They just made it up.
they just made it up.
That's freaking great. It also has one of the most memorable sounds of an intro. This right here. I've been using that
Yeah.
for years. Extra Life Radio, I
Perfect.
use that for like news or something.
Yeah. It's
Oh, it brings me back, man.
so delicious.
All right, we're doing this now.
Destroy it.
Brian and I invented a game. It's called Guess Our Game. You have to, or Guess My Game. We just do it together, so it's an hour kind of deal. We have to guess each other's game based on a little bit of audio, a snippet. We give the year and the console or device or platform it was on, and that's all you get. And then you got to choose from these 4 options. Brian, I'm going to start this week with my audio file. This is a machine known as the Jaguar, Atari Jaguar.
Oh, have you played
Jaguar.
Atari today? I never played the Jaguar, so let's see if I can. I've only played it for this show. I've played a little bit of the emulation.
I played very little as well, so I would do terrible on
Right.
this one. However, I think this is a good one.
Sign me up.
So here we go. This is 1994 is the year. The Atari Jaguar, or Jaguar, however you want to say it. And I can tell you already. Here's a hint. I can tell you this is not any form of choplifter. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry
And
to
not lift
inform.
chopper. I got you.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Here we go.
I don't like it. Don't like it.
You know what? I don't either. It goes on a lot like that. So here are your options.
Are they saying yes, yes,
They keep
yes?
saying yes over and over.
All right. Cool.
Your options are, and these are all actual Atari Jaguar
turned
games from the era. You ready? Here we go.
Right.
A, Tempest 2000. B, Rayman. C, Iron Soldier. Or D, Alien versus Predator.
God, I can't imagine it being Alien versus Predator. I cannot.
Yes.
I can't imagine it being Rayman. Tempest 2000. It seems like they had some kind of investment in that, and it seems like something weird they would do. And I don't know what the crap Iron Soldier is.
Iron Soldier was awesome. That was actually a really
was it
good
awesome?
game. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Qbert 2000. No, Tempest 2000A.
All right. Is it that? Wait, is it that? It is. Well done.
Oh,
You
look
did
at
it.
that.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a
Awesome.
cheat because I didn't like. There's stuff at the back end of this file. Let me get to it again here, where you can tell this is you can tell this is Tetris here. Not Tetris.
Tempest.
Yeah. Like you can tell there, right?
Yeah. That
so-
sounds like that yes thing. That
Yeah.
is weird.
That's because Jeff Minter was a psycho then. He's a psycho now.
Oh, that's Jeff Bender thing. That's right. Yeah.
He's a total weirdo.
Interesting.
All right, Brian, you started out strong. Let's see if I can meet you at the task here. What is
All
my
right, let's
year
do it.
and my platform?
Okay, we're looking at the platform as Windows DOS, and you can play it on either. And the year is 1995.
19 and 95. Here we go.
95.
Okay, this sounds very pinball-y to me. What are my choices?
Well, good news because every one of your choices today are going to involve a pinball. I think they're
Okay.
all in the name, too. Here we go. Is it A, Interplay's Pro Pinball The Web? B, Rockstar's Pinball Mania? C, Microsoft's Plus 95 Space Cadet Pinball? Or D, Sierra's 3D Ultra Pinball?
So you say this is DOS, not Windows. Oh, it is Windows.
Windows,
95?
Yeah. Windows, yeah, because that would have been 1995. Yeah, that would have been the one you would have.
Okay. I'm leaning then. Getting vibes from it that I recognize. I'm leaning towards C, Microsoft Space Cadet Pinball. The one
Microsoft Plus 95.
Yeah, the one that you would
Space
open
Cadet
up and it
Pinball.
would be like in the corner and you could kind of play it at work. I think
That's right,
it.
yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Ding!
Oh.
It is C. Yeah, good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a
Very
A,
good.
a little C today. Mm.
Yeah, a little A and a C. Delicious.
Yeah, we had
everybody-
the company I worked for
everybody played that
banned
thing.
that for a while. You couldn't do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? Not Solitaire. Oh, Minesweeper. We weren't allowed to play that in the
yeah.
office. Yeah, they were real jerks about that stuff.
But you could play Solitaire, right? That was.
You could play. Oh, that's a good question. Yes, you could play Solitaire. Nah, maybe that got banned. Maybe everything got banned. But at
Right.
night we would play Unreal Tournament. So whatever. We got what we wanted. We'd stay late and play
show
Quake
you.
and then Unreal Tournament later. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Well done. We both got it. We both got a point. So now it's time to welcome something to retro. Total Overdose, A Gunslinger's Tale in Mexico, a game I had not heard of until today.
Now, you may have heard it called just Total Overdose. I never called it a Gunslinger's Tale in Mexico, but I did play Total Overdose a little bit.
What is that
much.
game? Can you describe it? What do you do there?
It's Gunslinger. It was a Mayan kind of game. It is. Was this Rockstar, right? This is. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just read what the description is.
Oh.
The Grand Theft Auto-inspired game of violence and vengeance begins deep in Mayan jungle. There you go.
Oh, okay. So they're inspired
What
by
are you looking
Rockstar. This is it. This is the intro to the thing. It says.
I don't remember the intro.
That's what it says. Total Overdose, full
right.
game walkthrough.
I believe you.
Let me
I
skip
believe
ahead.
you. Oh, that's the
Eidos.
commercial. That's the commercial. Oh, I see. I don't recognize that part.
It looks like
This I
gameplay,
recognize.
doesn't it?
Yeah. This is the gameplay. This is
the
this
thing at the
actual
beginning
game
was just
itself.
the intro, but
Yeah.
all right. So
I
you
don't remember
were.
that at all.
I'd never even heard of this shit.
Yeah.
Was it fun? Like
At the time, it was all right. It was 2005. What else were we gonna do? It was uber violent, and yeah,
and it was set in where? Like ancient Mayan things?
Mayan jungle.
Oh, just in the jungle. Still modern.
Yeah,
It's set in
jungle.
modern time. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that guy's poor foot. Oh man, look at him. Well, the old DME University fellow there got a little pain to deal with. I've never heard of this game. I wonder.
I played a little bit. I didn't play it a whole lot. I played a little bit. It was one of those. It was one of those times when I was how you say borrowing a lot of games.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, doing loaning and getting loaned.
Yeah,
games.
I was borrowing a lot of games, and so I tore through a bunch of them, and just for some reason this one stuck out because it looked different.
Look, we've all had our era, man, where we
Yeah.
put the eye patch on and said "yar." Okay,
Yar.
we've all done it. We've been there, and because of Disney's price hike, I might be there again soon. I might be boarding a pirate ship soon.
Right, like this one.
Oh, look at that! What's this from? I love that. Where'd you get that?
This little 3D print we did recently. Yeah,
Are the
it's
LEDs doing a little flickering for the fire?
Yeah, there is. There's like a little one of those little light candles on the backside.
That's so cool, dude. Man, should I get a printer?
Yar.
Do I want a printer or do I want to deal with the pain of the printer? Because they're kind of a pain. You got to maintain them and stuff.
They can be a bit of a pain. I could just send you one. Why don't I just send you one?
You can't send me one. Are you
What,
kidding
the
me?
ship? I can, not the
Oh,
printer.
the ship. Yeah, you send me a ship.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
send me
yeah.
a printer.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Like,
what are we even talking about here?
I just try to talk you through that. No thanks.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, well,
thanks.
welcome to Retros, the important part. Total Overdose, A Gunslinger's Tale in Mexico, September 27, 2005. Now you're in the family. Good job, you're here. Now this.
Welcome to the treasure room.
A little listener feedback, if you might. This is in the form of an email. Oh, I put this in the wrong show. Oh, shit.
No.
Hold on a second.
Signs? What do you want? Oh, yeah.
No, this is like this is for Therapy Thursday tomorrow on TMS.
Sweet.
What did I
That's
do?
a long one.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
I screwed up. Let me see if I put the other one in the
You had
other.
you had one in there earlier because I started reading. I was like, okay, hey, Scott and Brown. I was like, cool.
Yeah, what did I do? Did I paste over the
know.
top of that? Oh, there it is.
That's hilarious.
I Command-Z'd it. We're good.
Good job.
Sorry, everybody.
You must have had that on your clipboard.
I did. This is someone named Pop who wrote in and said, "Hey, Brian and Scott, I recently finished listening to every single episode or one of your episodes of the
Holy
podcast.
crap.
Just want to say I've been loving them and they've been encouraging me to play more retro games and follow along week to week." Well, that's great. That's our job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
On an episode I just finished, Brian was talking about his love for the Pokemon pinball games. Oh, he wrote back later and told me he messed up names. He was referring to me because I'm the one that won't shut up about it. But anyway.
Okay, yeah, I liked it too, though. Yeah.
You also are a fan, so it works.
Yeah.
Anyway, may have mentioned along the lines of, I wish they would make more of these. I have definitely said that.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to have a good cry, I recommend watching the Did You Know Gaming's video. This is a YouTube channel titled Nintendo Canceled Pokemon Pinball DS. Apparently, the company behind Metroid Pinball DS was lined up to produce the Diamond and Pearl Pinball sequel and even made a prototype demo for Nintendo to play test with, and they loved it. It was supposed to feature Pokemon teams, boards, and simulated traveling from city to city. and Gym Battle Boards. It sounds like they would have had a giant leap from the Game Boy Advance game and something I'd be playing today if it wasn't canceled. So I'll leave you with this depressing tale. Maybe you could do an episode one day about games that never quite made it to the public. All the best, Pop. Well,
Thank you, Pop.
that is depressing. What
the crap?
I don't even care about Pokemon, but Pokemon Pinball, I care a lot about it.
I care a lot.
Yeah, and that Metroid Pinball game is awesome, so that team would have been great.
Yeah.
Boo!
Is it Hidden Castle?
Who?
Is that what it is?
What is?
So I let's see where I usually go. There's some prototype sites I go to. It's not Hidden Castle, Hidden Palace. That's it. That's where I go to, and I find a lot of prototypes of things. That matter of fact, we're going to talk about that this next week. There was a couple of prototypes on this next game we're doing that never made it to where it should be.
Sure.
So yeah.
Oh, did you know this all came out of a leak that happened in 2021? I didn't know this.
No, I didn't know that either.
Internal Nintendo leak 2020. Oh, it was part of that huge leak of Nintendo stuff. All the remember all that, like Pokemon info and all that stuff that came out, and there was some weird like Pokemon sex stuff in there. Whatever it was. But anyway,
you say weird, I say
it's not weird enough. Is what you say. Anyway, it had three tables: countryside, city, town, gym. First table represented the countryside, nature theme, bumper. Oh man, make this game, Nintendo, or make a new one now. The Switch is perfect for this. Just make a new. Just let's bygones are bygones. I'll let it go. We'll let it go. But let's come back around and fix history by making a new. I know they say they are, but I don't buy it.
Suing people.
I don't buy it. All right, our next game, the Clock Tower. It's just Clock Tower.
Yeah,
there's no the in there. Clock Tower.
I was call it the Clock Tower.
I wanted to play something spooky. Oh, that's just the coin sound for Atari. But anyway, Clock Tower. We're going to start off our Halloween coverage of old games there with Human Entertainment's terrifying Super Famicom title, Clock Tower. Game Boy Advance version. There was an unofficial version 30 years after the original release. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
The series went on to be PS1 and stuff. Was it called Return to?
So the story that just hit Time Extension, which is a great place for getting retro news, they recently... there's an unofficial version of Human Entertainment's Super Famicom version of Clock Tower, which was actually the first one. There was the one we are familiar with in the West is the one that was on the PS1. So we'll be talking about both of those. Maybe talk a little bit about what we've heard and learned about this unofficial version of the Game Boy Advance and so on and so forth. Yeah,
because the one I played,
spooky stuff.
The one I originally played was just straight Clock Tower. It had the cover. This is the cover of it.
So
that was the PS1
in the US,
game
they
there.
in the US, the PS version was called Clock Tower. In Japan, I believe they released that version as Clock Tower 2 because there was already a version on the the Famicom, the Super Famicom.
Right.
So, yeah.
I would like to point out that the second game in the series it was called The Struggle Within, has the worst cover art I've seen in years. Look at that.
Says you.
Oof.
I say, mwah.
Oof. But those games are beloved for a reason. We're going to talk about them. Yeah. So get ready.
And creepy, spooky.
Yeah, Halloween time, baby. We're here.
I can't wait to get chased with some big giant scissors.
Yep. Go hide under the bed. That's what I always did, if I remember right. Anyway, we're going to play that, and we're going to talk about it right here next week on the Play Retro Show. In the meantime, I would like to remind people, if they'd like to contact us, find us, track us down in any way possible, the best way to do it is to find us over at frogpants.com/playretro. All our stuff is there. Now, more importantly, even than that, is supporting us on our Patreon at patreon.com/playretro. Why? Because then you can be a supporter of the finest retro video game podcast in the history of the world. This show right here, Play Retro, with Scott Johnson and Brian Dunaway. Robert Queener and Swapnil both joined us.
Well, that's the second time we've heard Robert Queener's name today.
Today was on TMS.
Yeah, we played him for the TMS Ted Pulley feud, which me and Scott do during the middle of the day.
That's right. And Swapnil sounds like something I need to take for erectile dysfunction.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, so just take Swapnil as your
keep
doctor
being a
orders.
patron supporter, and I'll keep taking it.
Yeah, make sure it's right for you
delicious.
before you take it. Anyway, it's great to have you both on board. No commercials ever. Pre-show content every week. Join up today. Get some of those watch-alongs of these old ancient cartoons and other cool retro content. Only available at patreon.com/playretro. That is going to do it for us. Brian, anything you'd like to say or add before we go?
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, shit. We're calling back to that, are we? All right.
Yep,
Everybody go, do yourselves a favor and go watch the terrible Bubsy cartoon pilot. It's one of the worst things you'll ever see with your eyeballs, and we apologize in advance for making such a terrible recommendation. That'll do it for
You can
us.
see it on the Patreon.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Now for all popular systems.
Yeah, Grandpa, thanks for letting